California dreaming about you.
For a win against a Western Conference rival, the San Antonio Spurs are ready for this thing to get started. We're all set to bring you NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Duncan in at the center, locking down the middle.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Warriors on D. Steph Curry does so many things well, Clark, on the floor, but one area he had struggled with was turning the ball over.
Yeah, and after a slow start, Kevin, to the year in the turnover department, Curry was able to slowly right the ship.
And the shot is good.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Parker against Curry. Parker dishes to Duncan. That's good.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
Here's Curry. He's got 5. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. And stolen by Aldridge. And Parker, here we go. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
On defense, Golden State following the score by Tony Parker. Off the screen. Green with the rebound.
Major defensive lapse right there. He's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And he gets the bucket. That's 7 points for Steph Curry.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Parker kicks to Duncan. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
It's Curry outside, and another 3 for Golden State.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Spurs have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far.
There are certain things, guys, that you can always count on in life. Death, taxes, and of course the Spurs winning 50 games in the regular season. Happened for the 16th straight season last year.
Just 5 to shoot. The fadeaway. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
Green passes to Thompson. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Well, keeping in mind the Spurs have won 50 games or more for many years in a row, Greg, there are teams out there who can drive cars who have not even seen the Spurs not win 50 games, at least in a year.
And the way the Spurs keep on building this team, it's not as if that streak's going to end anytime soon. Those kids might have a chance to vote and do much more before they fail to see the Spurs win 50 games.
He's a dead eye at the line, fellas. Just call him automatic. He doesn't miss many of those.
Aldridge dishes to Parker. Screen by Duncan. Shot off the pick. That doesn't go either for Duncan.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication. Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Spurs trail by 9. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
It's stolen by Bogut. 3 on 3. Here's Barnes, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
and the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Barnes, and it's Livingston in for Thompson. And so here is Golden State following the bucket by the Spurs. Beyond the arc. And another 3 for Golden State. As you're talking about the Warriors, you know, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs could all pass very well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And then even on the defensive side, I mean, they had players that really complemented each other. I mean, some undersized power forwards who countered with rim protectors. I mean, they also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play. So they are equally as adept on that side of the ball.
Well, David West's usage and overall numbers have ticked away with time. He's still as efficient as ever.
Yeah, not the over 50% field goal guy he used to be, but still a valuable contributor on the block.
The Warriors making a switch here. Barbosa's checked in. Here is Livingston. Green kicks to Livingston. Some nice passing by Golden State. Shots good by Iguodala.
And for West, a lot of what he brings to the table is just professionalism, leadership, and a real example of how to get the most out of what you've got. He keeps everybody on the team focused, too. When he speaks, guys listen.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. .103 left in the first quarter. Diaw, the screen. Mills passes to Diaw.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Not one second chance bucket allowed. That is finishing off good defense.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Mazzili's checked in for Green. .46 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Martin the screen. Mills dishes to West. Fires from 14, and the jumper is good.
West, guys, still very strong as a player, but clearly it's his leadership that sets him apart. Does all those little intangibles that help teams win games.
Here is Livingston. 23 seconds left here in the first quarter. San Antonio with the rebound. Now Mills. Picked by West. Martin wide open. He fires. No good on the 3. With 2 seconds left. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Warriors ahead as they end the first quarter. And now a chance to hear from Steph and Curry about the team's struggles of late.
Whether we made shots or not, we felt like we had a chance to win. And I think we kind of got away from that. It's been a struggle to get that momentum back on both ends of the floor at the same time. And especially playing good teams, and so it's not going to be easy. Nothing in this league is, and you got to.
You know, Clark, when you hear a talent as tremendous as Curry talk about what a struggle it is, you know you're watching just outstanding basketball.
Well, I tell you what, I like that kind of serious and focused attitude that's really always been approached. It's one of the reasons he's always working to get better and hone and upgrade his game, and how he's able to take one notch forward each season.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. Now, what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
A hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
On the court for San Antonio, Manu and Kawhi filling out the perimeter. Aldridge out there with Duncan, and it's Parker in at the 1 spot.
Well, the term dream season can be applied to Steve Kerr's first year. Comes in and sets a franchise record in wins and also wins a title for the Warriors in his first year. Still unreal.
And the jam by Andre Iguodala.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from LaMarcus Aldridge. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. A long time in San Antonio, it's been about the big three, and rightfully so with all their wins, and Kawhi Leonard seems to be their future.
And Kawhi and the big three recognize that and are trying to ease the transition period. And if you know the Spurs, they'll make a smooth transition, won't they, Kevin?
Absolutely. Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Bogut comes in for Ezeli, and it's Draymond Green in for Andre Iguodala. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
Spurs trail by 10.
And guys, for Kawhi Leonard and the Spurs, Coach Popovich already sees him as the next guy. He told Leonard not to think of the big three, but to think of himself as the big one.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today. And guys, with what Popovich said about Leonard, small things like that can be the catalyst to get a player to reach greatness. Sooner or later, this will be Kawhi's team.
Warriors leading by 10. Here's Curry, and it's Golden State with another.
So I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
Curry against Parker. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Leonard, no luck. Golden State's gone a terrific 5 of 6 from beyond the arc in this game, and he gets it to go. Curry's got the lead up to 14 now for the Warriors.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
Inside, and Duncan with the basket on the assist by Parker. Parker's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, they really started to come on here in the second.
Clark, it's about how much more focused they look offensively here. They're trying to make up some ground.
Curry outside, 9 for 9, looking deadly accurate, like guys he cannot miss.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
Here's Parker, 6 points for him.
And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step, not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA.
Ginobili kicks to Duncan from 20 feet out, and he gets the jumper to drop. Duncan's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And, you know, that's a really good sign. I mean, they stumbled out of the gate, but they're starting to look a little better now and regaining some ground.
Curry gets the bucket. As Gravy is talking about, the assistant that was hired was Becky Hammond, a phenomenal player for a very long time in the WNBA. And Clark, you know, you and I were talking about this before. She was a perfect candidate to become the first full-time female assistant.
Yeah, I agree with you, and it might not seem like that big a deal to some, but this was a big-time barrier breaker that the Spurs pulled off.
Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Rush comes in for Harrison Barnes. Ian Clark's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. And Anderson kicks to Mills. Back to Anderson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And for Kyle Anderson, he had so many traits, Greg, the Spurs were looking for when they drafted him back in 2014, but he spent pretty much the entire season on the Pine.
Yeah, and you know that Coach Pop makes his guys earn their minutes. You know, he doesn't care if he took you in the first round or if you're an undrafted free agent. He's going to play the guy who helps his team win.
You know, talking about Kyle Anderson, he's a bit of a polarizing prospect, has a multifaceted skill set. I mean, excellent court vision, outstanding length, doesn't have elite athleticism, absolutely needs to get stronger, but he's got a lot of game.
West a screen on Green. Down low, Green. And it's Spates with the rebound.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
Here is Livingston. Here's Green. Shot clock at 6. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. Green's got 5.
And guys, getting back to Kyle Anderson, not a fit for every system. I mean, he's a guy who needs the ball in his hands to be effective, and he's much more of a facilitator than a finisher at this stage.
Offensive rebound. Warriors leading by 20. Spates kicks to Clark. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Playing smart offensively in the first half, no doubt about it.
Yeah, the numbers support it. I mean, they're shooting the much better percentage from the field so far.
Now here's Mills. Tight defense on him. Will it go? Good.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
Here is Livingston. Here's Clark. Another 3 for Golden State. And here's Martin. On the wing, Green. Anderson. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Warriors ahead, running away with it. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, what has been the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. What it was for Stephen Curry. He ended up with 24 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
That was the half of the super sub for them. A lot of offense coming off the bench, and that's such a luxury to have that kind of firepower available. There were times when the pace picked up when the second unit came into the game. And that's the best part, having a bunch of guys who's ready at the drop of a hat.
Shaq, let's get your thoughts on San Antonio.
Well, with the way they struggled to defend the three-point line, it started to look like warm-up drills. They cannot be afraid to bring more defenders out to make life tougher on those outside shooters.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And Golden State looking at who they've got. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut in at the center position. It's deflected. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Got a piece of it, and stolen by Barnes. And the rejection by Leonard. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard. Curry with it. He's picked up by Parker. Curry passes to Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 4th assist in this one. Spurs shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good.
Listen, Kawhi Leonard hasn't been in the league for a long time, but he's feeling right at home. He said last season he wants to remain a Spur for life.
Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Thompson for 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And guys, nice to see Bogut out there given all the injuries that he's had to overcome in his career. Just glad to see him at full strength.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. He told his guys that their offense needed to run through Tim Duncan. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. The Warriors have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. You know, Bogut, as I recall, Clark was so distraught by those injuries that at one point he thought he might retire.
Yeah, he gave some serious thought to packing it in after the 2013 season, Kevin. Luckily for his team, though, he worked through it and is as strong as ever at the defensive end.
Green with the ball. Guarded now by Barnes. Aldridge kicks to Parker. 6 on the shot clock. Great open look there. Parker's got 10.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Kicks to Bogut. He sinks the 11-footer. Bogut's got his first 2 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
They get a hand on it, and stolen by Barnes. Here's Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 28 points for Steph Curry.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Parker with no one around, and Tim Duncan gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Warriors. Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for Bogut. And it's Iguodala in for Draymond Green. San Antonio also making some changes. Diaw comes in for Duncan. And it's Ginobili in for Green. And there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Curry. That's 7 points for Klay Thompson.
You know, basketball can be a thing of beauty, and the Warriors show just how gorgeous ball movement can be last year. Every possession looked like a well-orchestrated concert. It was incredibly fun to watch. Not so much fun, probably, to coach against.
And here's Golden State. They're on a 16-7 run. Curry against Parker. Fires from the wing. And it's Golden State with another.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Dishes it to Diaw. Back to Parker. The Warriors pull it in.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Shoots. Leaps for it. But he recovers it. And the officials call a traveling violation.
Boy, it seems like he's gotten a little loose with it since halftime. His fingers may be a little slick or slippery. He went from no turnovers in the first half to quite a few here in the second.
And the Warriors with some changes. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Barnes. Barbosa comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. San Antonio also making some changes. David West, he's checked in for Aldridge. Martin comes in for Leonard. And it's Mills in for Parker. Mills with it. And the rejection by Ezeli. On its way from Barbosa for two. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, it's all been good.
West with a wide open look. San Antonio again missing. Golden State's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Off his foot, and the officials saying it was kicked. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Let's go.
Down low, Spike.
16 seconds left in the third. On its way from Barbosa for two. And he connects with the jumper. Barbosa's got his second basket.
The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since the break. In sync. Good team basketball, resulting in high-quality shots.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. On the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter, we've got Boris Diaw. Now a timeout called by Golden State.
You know, you take a look at this group of Spurs and you wonder if they've peaked. I mean, it seems you say that a lot with this team and they prove you wrong. But Popovich said last year he feels it might actually be the case.
Now here's Spates. Here's Clark. And that's good for two. Clark's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Warriors. You know, one thing about this San Antonio team, they just didn't go away last year. Pop himself said he felt they peaked in the 2014 finals.
You know, and you wonder if what Pop said is true. Spurs lost in the first round last year, and they'll be going through a lot of changes in the near future. And with the way they run that organization, they'll still be competing, I believe, for quite some time.
Now Miller feeds to Diaw. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two. It's going to be on Maurice Spates.
Fellas, you look at Boris Diaw and say, my goodness, if he could just get in better shape. But he uses every bit of that significant backside of his to his advantage. Opponents can't get through him or around him, so he's making good use of the extra LBs.
Ezeli's checked in for the Warriors. Here's Diaw, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Getting back to Diaw, he has a sneaky quick first step. You think he won't or can't blow by you, then suddenly, and you know this, Greg, you're stuck to his hip as he's taking it to the rack for a and one.
You know, he's a bit like Foreman, and I'm not talking about his body type.
Or the grill.
Yeah, you know, Diao plays with you a little bit, puts that body on you, lulls you to sleep, then wham, shows you up in the first way.
Miller dishes to Diao. Anderson outside. He kicks it to Miller. With some arc, and it's blocked.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Clark. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Looked like he was channeling Bob Cousy right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble like that?
Miller kicks to Diao. High shot from 10 feet out. Diao's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, he doesn't waste too many of those chances close to the basket.
Here's Clark. Covered. Fires it up. And it's Golden State with another.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep hitting the fire.
Here's Clark. And another three for Golden State.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just are not letting up at all.
Miller, the pass to Diao. The 10-footer. And it's Miller with the assist. Here's from deep. They get the rebound. Azili dishes to Spates. Good.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Here's Miller. Here's Marjanovic. Cans the shot with nobody near him.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Here's Clark. Pass to Azili. All alone. Again, Golden State.
Well, I mean, if they're going to keep giving up open jumpers, they're going to keep getting burned.
Miller outside. Shot off the pick. And good, as it just snugs right down.
Third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Here's Clark. And it's off from three-point range. Anderson outside. Diao, the screen. And Anderson kicks to Diao. Connect from short.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Warriors.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin. Quite honestly, they were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Stephen Curry. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Golden State's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. And the Warriors making a change here. Livingston's checked in. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for San Antonio. Ginobili comes in for Daniel Green. Here's Aldridge. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg. At least they're finally showing some signs of life offensively. Too bad, I think it's past the point where it'll do much good.
Livingston, another 3 for Golden State.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of serve.
Anderson passes to Aldridge. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. Here's Clark. And another three for Golden State.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and home happy.
Yeah, you know, it was a real solid performance for them in a lot of areas. I mean, they should be proud of their work tonight.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to...
Congratulations on this win tonight, Stephen, and tell us a little bit about the driving philosophy behind how this team strives to be the most cohesive unit possible.
To me, it's a commitment, and we know that that's going to put us in a good position to win every single night. Is if we bring the effort, multiple efforts at each possession, where you might get beat, but you got to get back into play. If God's going to help you, you help him. We care about each other, so we want to make left out to dry, and I think that's a big factor. And we're just relentless on defensive end.
Congratulations, Steph. Great job, guys. Over to you.
All right, Doris. Great job. Thanks so much. Thanks for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge. And the impact through the entire game.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. You get jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. Performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
And that the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.